Gemini, welcome to your general love reading. I just want to give you a moment to recap what I kind of did away with, and I'll tell you why. It was mostly career-oriented. So it does happen that aspects of career show up in love, and love shows up in career. This is normal. Unfortunately, the whole thing was career and financial-oriented. I saw a Gemini who was pretty much flat out working 2 jobs around the clock. They were exhausted, but the hope was for improvement in future. Their person was dragging them down. They weren't into it. They weren't on board with it. Their love space had died, and it just looked like one major fucking bummer. And it all had to do with the fact that they were accusing you, or whoever it resonated with, that they weren't emotionally available anymore. I can't feel the love with you anymore. You're all about the money. You're all about securing and money and securing. And I'm like, it just bummed me out. It bummed me out because they pretty much wanted to end things, simply because Gemini was working around the clock, and that was pretty much the whole reading, and it bummed me out exquisitely. The person is just the person I saw was just exquisitely weak in the heart space. They didn't seem to understand what the priority was, or they couldn't get on board with the priority of the household and the coin, and that sucks. That sucks. They made it personal when it wasn't personal. It was about survival, and I'm sorry. I just, I respect it when people do what it is that they need to do. That's who I am too. So, I don't know, man. Bummed me out. So I decided to let that one go. And it was career focused. I did see Gemini's energy pick up considerably though in future, because they were putting their energy back out there in terms of career stuff that seemed to be more focused. In other words, opportunities were opening back up. What happened to the other person, it looked like it was over. It's like, I'm sorry that it's over, but also it's over. My vision of the future has changed. It was clearly a division of household. So you can kind of see why I made that decision. Okay? The good news is, I do believe I saw Gemini whose heart space knew immediately where it wanted to go after a resting period. But other than that, it was almost 100% career focused and just somebody who was not supportive at all. Oh God, here we go. The world, we're opening up with the world card. Okay, well, with endings come beginnings, The sun, exactly. Sometimes you have to walk by night to see the light of day, yes. And take action. Okay. You want to see that sun take action, baby. You want to see the sun take action. Oh, that's wonderful, like I said. Oh, okay, yeah. So for some of you, yeah, there is a cycle here and it's pending. It could be work, love, or both. And the sun will come out and you have to trust that. And you have to also know when to take action, yes? All right, what's going on, please? Show me what I need to see, please. Show me what I need to see, please, for Gemini. Show me what I need to see, please, for Gemini. Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini. 3 Wands. The anticipation. I saw that earlier on your previous baseline. The anticipation for things to get better, and your energy markedly picks up. It picked up with the Hierophant plus the Sun. So there was a glorious feeling of, I'm anticipating change because I'm seeing results of it. So there was this idea of my career energies, my career focus, my career goals. It was picking up. Inquiries were happening. There was positive feedback. It was really nice. Show me what I need to see, please. So if that helps you, there you go. And it was more on the immediate future as opposed to the long-term future. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me that recent past. Justice. Let me know if you're dealing with Libra. Current. Page of Wands. You. 9 of Swords. Oh, that's not so good. Them. 8 of Pentacles. Future. 7 of Pentacles. Investment. 2 of Swords. I don't know what to do or how to take this or how to feel about it with that 4 of Cups. The advice is the Emperor. Take charge of this shit because they're not gonna. And then the Page of Cups is your overall. There's not much we want things to change. This is what we know. There's not much communication at present. I do know that there's a shift here that needs to occur because this does not look like it's sustaining, honey. This land of confusion is not good. This is not where we want to be, but please know you're going to go through a period, it looks like, through disconnectivity of the self, what it is that you're trying to understand, think, or do. There is this idea of action here. And what do I do exactly? Well, your advice is to take action, to take charge of the situation. Whatever it is you do, choose so with power and do so with power and stand in your power and stand behind your decision. Because I tell you this, there's way too much indecision on your baseline. Way too much indecision. This is so far removed from my operating system. Like, I don't know how to relate to this. It's just smacks of indecision. I don't know what to do and I don't know what to feel either. The person surrounding you is immersed in their own Eight of Pentacles at this time. Their work, stability, practicality, or just keeping a day-to-day structure. Okay. Something keeping you up at night, honey. And if you do have panic attacks and things like that, I am sorry. I am very sympathetic. Show me what I need to see, please. There could have been a contract here with that justice. Again, if we're still career-minded. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me what I need to see, please. What's going on? Show me what I need to see for the best possible clarification. For Gemini, what's going on? What's going on? Do you know when it is we're most likely to fall off a cliff? It's when we stand there too long, wondering what our next step should be. That's when we're most likely to fall. It's when we're thinking about it instead of doing it. Justice with judgment, the manifestation. Ooh, we did not want something to end, but it did. It was most likely contract-based justice here. Okay, it was a decision handed down. The contract. A determination and a judgment and the manifestation of that will. Something ended. Okay? Could be work or it could be a marriage. Alright? We did our best to keep that from happening. With the manifestation here. Judgment. I'm going to go and take a guess. It was somebody's call. Yours or theirs. I don't know. We tried to keep it fair, we tried to keep it balanced, we tried to keep it just, but that didn't mean there wasn't an ending, right? Despite our best efforts, be it in work or in love. Okay? Okay. We tried to prevent that. Page of Wands. Current. Not much. Low-level communication, maybe. Some curiosity, maybe. I just know we didn't want this to happen. That's all I know. For some of you, you did not know how to balance with a Libra, or you did not know how to balance with a Scorpio, or they did not know how to balance with you. Something like that. Page of Wands, the Hierophant, currently. Curiosity. Oh, excuse me. Now we have Taurus on the board, Five of Cups. I have regret not taking a chance. Oh. I didn't know how to balance this thing, so it ended. I didn't know how to balance this thing, so it ended. I wish I had taken a chance. Okay. I wish I had taken a chance. You, them, I don't know. It could be the both of you. It could be one of you. You will have to tell me as you see fit. I wish I had taken the chance. The regret is substantial. Apparently. The regret is substantial. I'm very sorry. Somebody is sorry they did not open up and take a chance. Because it ended. I tried to keep it fair. I tried to keep it balanced. Okay. You let me know as you see fit. I just know it's serious. There's a lot of space for regret here. Okay. I wish I had taken the chance. And the funny thing is somebody did their damnedest to try to keep the thing balanced. And I know this sounds weird. Keeping things fair and balanced can often cause, what was it, Pisces? Pisces. As we saw in Pisces last reading, the idea of trying to perpetually keep things fair and balanced when actually what needs to happen is somebody needs to tip the scale so you have a sense of direction. That's the thing. So when we live too much in this state of balance, keep it fair, and in a situation that isn't fair, you can often end up killing it. because nobody knows what to do or where to go. That's the downside of constant neutrality. It can also lead to an ending. Somebody did not know how to get more or manifest more, you, them, I don't know. But I just know that the regret's real. It's quite strong. I didn't take the chance. I didn't give myself permission. I regret that. I regret that. What's going on, please? Your individual energy is Nine of Swords. Your individual energy is Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords, please. What's going on? Hope. Hope for one day to reunite, to reconnect under your energy, honey. To communicate again. Do you dare hope for that? It gives you night sweats. Or it just keeps you up. It gives you, provokes some level of anxiety. It doesn't have to be all that. But let's put it this way, it's on your mind. Do you dare have hope to reconnect? The Sun with the Three of Cups, that's pretty straightforward. It causes you some stress. Oh, but the idea of communicating with this person feels good. It does. It feels very good. Some of you want it. Like you want it real bad. The communication. The intensity of this person's particular flavor. Something about that is very strong here. What's going on? They are pulling off the Eight of Pentacles. They might just be immersed in work. Tell me what you need to see, please. To go for the Sun, we must take action, yes? It's one thing to wish for it and wish for it. Another thing to do it, to do it, to do it. Do we tip the scales? Do we tip the scales? Do we dare? Show me them. Eight of Pentacles. Tower. Again, heavy Scorpio energy. Wow. Wow. Okay. For such a big person, they have such small communication. How interesting. For a big person, they got small communication. This person's important to you. Also, there's a good, they're putting off boss energy too, with the Empress over the, good. Okay, I get it, we want to connect with this person. I got it, Spirit. Eight of Pentacles, they're putting off kind of big boss energy right there. All right? And it's disruptive. They might be very preoccupied, P.S. Okay, the busyness might have amplified. Something disruptive might have happened, and they might have put their focus back on work or their money. Okay. But their productivity side is through the fucking roof. Because as you've heard me say, the Empress is the most productive form of our efforts. Our real world efforts. She produces, she produces, she produces. More so than the Emperor. The Emperor is more associated with making decisions, taking action. The Empress produces. This person is highly productive. They make that money, they concern themselves with their business, or they got knee deep in something that completely preoccupied them. They had some towers they got to deal with, but they deal with it with dignity and grace, okay? So something like that. They have a very kind of strong personality, okay? If you know who I'm talking about, then you already know who that is. There you go. This is the one I'm guessing we could not tip the scales with, and there's a sense of regret. I'm not trying to call you out, Gemini. I'm saying you because it's default your reading. So reverse energies as it applies, all right? That's it. It's as big a deal as people make it out to be. It's them, it's them, it's them. Okay, fine, then it's them. No need to sit there and scream. All right? There's so much pride. So much pride. You know? People have so much pride. Trust me, you think yours truly hasn't fucked up? Yeah, I have. The people I work with best with own it, say, yeah, that was me. It was me. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I didn't know how to, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. Okay? Those are the people I work with. There you go. But again, Keep in mind, I'm saying you because it's default your reading. And also your energetic placements. This indicates it's you, this indicates it's them. There you go. That's it. What's going on, please? What's going on? All right. The Seven of Pentacles in the future. Intuition is telling you to move forward. Your intuition is telling you to not focus on the negativity. Your intuition is telling you not to ruminate in your thoughts. Your intuition is telling you not to dwell on the stagnation or where things left off. Pick it up from point 0, okay, or point 1, because 0 is not a point. It's a starting position. So your intuition is telling you to get out of your thoughts, to get out of the stagnation, move your energy forward. Okay, move it forward. This precarious balancing act of trying to keep everything cool and fair and even is what actually caused the disruption, because we were determined to stay like this when it probably needed to be like this or like this. Okay, anyway, my point is that we need to get out of our head. We think the same shit over and over again and about what happened and why this thing failed to take off and why didn't it go somewhere, and it caused us mass regret that somebody could not take a chance. Somebody could not open up. Somebody could not say, this is what I want, and it caused major regret there. And I don't want you to experience that again, honey, because it fucking sucks, okay? Nobody wants to experience that. There it is, the stagnation element. Again, that's what the major cause was. Again, that insistence on neutrality can just as easily cause stagnation as anything else. You know, again, nothing was happening. When you have neutrality, that means nothing's happening. So, of course, it's going to produce stagnation, and then thus it ended whatever this was. There you go. Now, it could be that something major and disruptive happened in their life to pull their energy away from you. That's also a possibility. Very much so. I'm just, with all that heavy Scorpio energy, though, I'm going to say that this person does feel intense. It does. They do feel intense. They have an intense energy surrounding them. What's going on, please? And perhaps that played out on how you interacted with them. That Two of Swords is being clarified by Justice. I'm not trying to... Seriously. Seriously. The advice is to get out of our head about how things left off, or how rather they didn't take off. Stop thinking the useless thoughts and act on your intuition. Literally, that Knight of Wands is over intuition. Act on your intuition. Act on your instinct, okay? I know exactly what your instinct is telling you, okay? I know what your instinct is telling you. We need to get out of this fucking Two of Swords of indecision. Make that decision. Here it is again. Balance, 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 balance. And it's an active decision. Some of you literally, again, make a decision to balance up, confront, or deal with a Libra or Scorpio. Again, double Scorpio over here, just like over here. Judgment and death. Judgment and death. Tower. And then again, Libra. We have got to make a decision here. Or to not do it at all. Because let's take it off the zodiac grid. Okay? Let's say we take off our blindfold here with the Two of Swords. You know? To not choose is still a choice. And the result will be the same. We do not like how things left. We do not like... What is your instinct telling you? And for the cross-watcher, who you lost your Gemini by default, by staying too neutral, by not doing anything, by not showing any indication, I would suggest to you... show some fucking indication about what you want from Gemini, how you want it, and what the fuck is your instinct telling you. Your intuition. It goes by many names. You know, I suggest if you want to jump that Gemini, you say so, or something. I mean, don't be that rude, right? But here's where we are, and this is what caused the fucking problems. In order to find some resolution, you have to find what the wants and demands are. In other words, make it unequal. That way we can get it back to this way. Okay? It's the old idea of we have to spend money in order to make money. You understand? We're in the negative. How do we get in the positive? But if you keep it at neutral, it's going to stay there, right? It could be the both of you, honey. And also to not balance up is also a choice, because that's part of this decision, or rather indecision, left to right, yes or no, 1 or 2. You know? It's like going to the optometrist to get fitted for lenses. A or B, A or B, A or B. Okay. Because to not balance up is also a choice, but I see the hope in you, Gemini. Personally, I see the hope in you to reconnect with this person, very much so. It means something to you. This 4 of Cups, show me this 4 of Cups. I gotta wrap it up. What's going on? Show me this 4 of Cups, please. Okay. Okay. We have got to block this 4 of Cup thing. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how... Okay, then don't listen to that either. The simple truth here is that we have an Ace of Swords with this person. We have a truth with this person. Also, to a lesser representation is, again, reconciliation, but it's a strong truth. We need to stop holding back on our strong truth for that 4 of Pentacles. Stop holding back on the... It's like Ace of Swords is basic knowledge, man. It's like basic fucking knowledge. It's like saying, what color is the sky? And somebody's like, I don't know. Yes, we do. Let's not hold back on our basic knowledge. Okay? And the same goes for the cross-watcher. Stop holding back on what it is you know to be true. You know you want to see each other again. And there is this insistence of balance, and then also somebody wants to know something very specific. Somebody wants to know something very specific. Not just about... Why is kind of obvious. The reason why your connection with this person ended... They might have gotten pulled away, don't get me wrong. Their energy is very extremely preoccupied, I must say. But it's because we insisted upon this state of neutrality. Somebody was regretful, extremely regretful of not taking a risk and opening up while they had the chance. That's what actually killed this connection. So asking why is irrelevant, because the both of you likely already know why this connection ended. But somebody does want to know something specific, and... they may feel like they don't have the right to ask or the right to know. I call bullshit. That's one of those little things you can do to help tip the scales and get a conversation going. That way it can open up the line of production. So if you or they have a question, that's just one of the smallest ways that you can easily tip the scales to get something going. Okay? Get something going. Whatever that question is, ask it. Alright? Why is kind of obvious for the both of you. You did double reflection cards. The truth is obvious, you know? The output you get back is the output you put in. I mean, there is a distinct regret. I didn't take a chance when I had the chance. Something like that. I didn't know how to lean in. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Your advice is to be the Emperor, so I'm sorry, honey, it is defaulting to you. But again, reverse it as it applies. Take charge of this. Be the Emperor. Take charge of this. Okay, stop fighting with yourself. Come from a practical place, especially if you have Earth in your chart, all right? And look at this Ace of Cups. Look at it. Look at it. Understand what you want from it. Practically speaking, what do you want from this Ace of Cups? What do you want to know? You're going to stand up and fight for this connection. 5 of Wands also. Take charge of it. That's what the Emperor does, like I said. All right. What's going on? This Page of Pentacles is the overall. And I think that summarizes the situation. Obviously, you two are not communicating. Not well. Not rapidly, not succinctly. And... it's not terribly exploratory because it's the Pentacle. It's safe, in other words, safe communication. Chariot, move it forward. Make the decision to end it or not. We're back and forth on this. We're back and forth on this. Your emotional energy wants to move forward, but it's afraid it will just move forward into an ending or another ending. Okay. But also, you feel like you're not done with it, and it's because you're not. Energetically speaking, you stop yourself from moving forward from this person's energy because frankly you don't want to. Okay? If you really wanted to, you would. That's why your advice remains, what do you want from this Ace of Cups? What do you want from it? Take charge of the cup. You can just start with the littlest of things. Start with the question, that thing you wanted to know. Then maybe, I know you're tired, but I do see communication resuming. If you don't want the same old, then don't give the same old. Okay, get it out of the state of neutrality. Get it out of the state of neutrality. Say the simplest thing. Ask the simplest question. Something to indicate that the way this dynamic between you two, the way it's always played out, get it out of that system by doing the smallest thing. Disrupt the scales just a little bit to get something generated. Because you're tired of doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? That's exactly where the regret's stemming from, that I didn't say more, do more, act more. I don't know. Energetically, I know exactly what it is that you want to do. It doesn't have to be all that. It could be as simple as a truth, letting a truth out, confiding, or asking a question. You know? Get it out of the fucking small weather talk. I hate that. Oh. Especially if you're doing, no Scorpio likes that, by the way. FYI, if you're dealing with Scorpio, they hate small weather talk. We really do. We hate it. I have somebody's asked, literally brought up reference to weather. I hadn't seen them in a year, and the first thing they did was talk about weather, and I went, really? Really? I actually said that, and that's what I'm feeling. It's not planned. It's literally what I'm feeling, and I tend to be like, uh-huh. Okay. It's like, I know you're capable of more. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a Gemini who's capable of more. It's just, the idea is, do you dare tip the scales in that direction to indicate in any way what it is that you want or want to know? And the answer is yes, Gemini. So if you're tired of getting the same results, then change the approach. Okay? All right. Well, this one ran over. It's longer than I meant it to be. I do see you honestly actively trying to communicate, again, in a way that's actually more productive, though. I do. You're also tired of having the same results, so I'm advising you. Take charge of this. Understand what it is that you want to know, what it is that you want to feel. Okay? And you'll get there. All right? All right. Let's see if we can do some of these guys real quick. And it's a complicated one, and I'm sorry it's so vague, honey. I hate that. But sometimes they are. That means the vaguer it is, in my experience, the more it's reaching several folks. You know? And then people get pissed off when I get really specific too. You can't make anyone happy, I swear to God. You just can't. You can't make everyone happy. People get pissed off if it's too vague. They get pissed off if it's too specific. And it's like, seriously. And that's really all that counts, though. You deserve love. Yes, indeed. You do. Free yourself from these old notions, you know? And free yourself from this pattern you have with this person. You don't feel this, so why would you demonstrate this? Right? If you want them to think that you don't care, or that you're just a friend, then by all means continue to do this. But if you want more, you're going to have to do something to indicate something. Indicate anything, right? Attraction, yeah, at the base of it, that really is true. There is nothing, it's just attraction and chemistry here. And maybe that's what's fucking it up so much, man. I'm telling you, their energy is quite strong. It is incredibly strong. It's got a certain flavor to it that just, it is quite heady, I must say. It's like a strong perfume, this person. And I can see where that's kind of like, might be interfering with what it is that you would naturally do. I get that. I do. And cross-watcher, if you're watching, pay attention. Okay? Tip the scales just a little bit, honey. Alright? Want to get out of the land of neutrality? Demonstrate it. Alright. Gemini, I hope this was helpful to you. Take care. Be well.